The fact that Kenya Moore is trying to get sympathy and falling behind the protect black women and businesses thing when she has a history of being disrespectful to both is quite hilarious. Girl, you got the boot, and there's nothing we can do for you now.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
What's going on, you all? Kenya Moore and her suspension from Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16. Bravo situation. Girl, I wanted to talk about it because this whole situation doesn't surprise me. When the news first came out that Kenya Moore was being suspended because of the picture that she displayed of one of the cast members, and folks were saying that it was giving revenge porn. And, you know, none of us have seen the pictures or whatever. She did this during the opening or whatever for her salon. And apparently she shared a picture. We don't know if it's AI, if it's fake, photoshopped or whatever, but she, you know, said some stuff and was talking about, Yo Gotti said Snapchat this and you did it. We talked about this on Late Night Snack, latest episode. You can watch it on Patreon. We had a really good discussion about it and some insight because, girl, we be having some insight too when it comes to like little housewife stuff and Bravo. And I'm not surprised. I even said in this video that I'm not surprised that Kenya Moore did this because even Nene Leakes called it out and said that Kenya will be the ultimate demise of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She is one of those folks that will create a fake storyline, and that's something that they were not doing in the beginning. Like, they had stuff that was happening and then they kind of exploited it, and they had situations where they were lying about like their money and their income. Where's your income, Roach? Candace was messy for saying that. Where's your income, Roach? What's wrong with her? But Kenya Moore was like known for that, even with the Walter situation, other things. Like, she will create a storyline to have something to film, like the whole situation with Mark, like the whole thing of her getting married out of nowhere. Like, Kenya Moore is interested in doing any and everything to be like on this show. And it was her ultimate like demise. Like, I'm not surprised. Homegirl is fired. I do not believe that Kenya Moore, let me just say this, I don't think that Kenya Moore is coming back. Bravo is not taking any chances. One, the ratings are down with Real Housewives of Atlanta and a lot of the other franchises. Bravo has no problem letting the girls go because they're not making the money. It's not that Bravo has a moral compass this year. It's the fact that we're not making any money and y'all are not worth the liabilities that y'all come with. We used to hear that they were getting raises every season. We don't hear that now. We're not hearing it because they're getting like cuts. Like, the reason why Kandi is not coming back with this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta is because they said, you're not going to be in that many episodes. Like, you're not going to be in that many episodes. So she's going to have to take a pay cut. So that was them kind of forcing Kandi out. And Kandi said, hey, let me just take this as a, you know, bow out. Like, Kandi can do that. Like, she was essentially using Bravo, Real Housewives of Atlanta, and the platform to promote her businesses. Like, you got businesses and stuff, Kandi. Like, she was using that for that. Like, when have you ever seen Kandi have a commercial for Old Lady Gang or any of these things? Like, she's used her social media and Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, you know, that's what it is. So Kandi was not necessarily making money from the checks and stuff because she had other things that were going on. And she charges $30 for shrimp and grits and $20 for a bland tequila sunrise at Old Lady Gang. No shade. Some of the food is given, but it is severely overpriced. Like, Kandi be charging prices at Old Lady Gang like you are in the concession stand at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Like, Kandi charges prices like you are in the concession stand at the game. Like, like you're going to a concert. That's the prices that Kandi is charging. Like $20, $30. Kandi be charging concession prices for her food. Like, when you go to the movies and spend $30 on popcorn and drinks, like, that's what Kandi be charging. It's no shade. A lot of the restaurants in Atlanta do it. That's a whole nother conversation that I'll be talking about later. But yes, like, Bravo doesn't have the money. They don't have the budget. The ratings are down. They're not making as much money. People are cutting the cord, which means that Bravo's not making money off of advertisement. That's where the coin is at, because such and such may say, hey, let us advertise like this medicine or this plan B pill or whatever. They're asked, let's see the numbers, like, and if the numbers are not good, they can negotiate and the advertising and say, well, y'all are not getting that many, so we're not going to pay as much as we did last season or whatever. They're not making as much money, and a lot of folks are streaming it, and that is not the same. Like, it's a little money, but it's not as much as folks like watching and advertisers spending money. Bravo doesn't have a problem cutting. They cut Robin from Real Housewives of Potomac. You see other franchises and stuff. Like, even the snippets and stuff we've seen from Real Housewives of Potomac, the girls are like at what's our favorite degree holder, Wendy. They're at her birthday party or her celebration, whatever she had. They're having a good time because Bravo told them, hey, if y'all don't figure it out, y'all don't film, we're gonna get y'all the boot. And they need this money.
I need that money.
They ain't got no choice. They ain't got no choice but to make up. Like, they ain't got no choice because it's like that, or they gonna go back to rent Airbnbs or something. I don't know, but like, they better figure it out quick. So that's what it's giving. And Kenya Moore, like, is an example of that. Like, Bravo is no longer playing around. Like, folks are saying that Bravo had to know that she was going to do that because, this is what it's given. Like, they have to have a whole conversation about what's going to happen and da 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 da. I think production over there had an idea of what was going to happen, but they did not expect that. Like, they can say, hey, this is what's going on, we filming this, because the last time that they did the filming for her salon or whatever, they didn't use that footage. They said it was boring. So maybe Kenya like wants to turn it up. And she turned it up too much. Like, she put it on broil instead of like preheat. And now she's cooked. She's finished. There's nothing we can do for her now. Like, it's nothing we can do for Kenya Moore. Like, and folks are saying, if Kenya Moore don't come back, we're not going to be watching the show. The girls were not watching the show when Kenya Moore was on there. They probably not going to watch it when she's off there. But I guarantee you, it's not going to make a significant difference, because if it did, Bravo would have paid attention to that. Like, Bravo is on the edge. They were already on the edge with this show with Kenya. I don't know. I think it is, I've said this several times, it is time to give the franchise a break. Like, it is time to go ahead and indefinitely like suspend it or like hiatus or something, because it is boring. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the new girls and all of that. I'm curious of that, but I'm not like hungry for it. Like, this Simon and Portia situation on Instagram every other day. I am tired. I'm burnt out. It's not entertaining. It's not that. Like, I don't mind the every once in a while, but it's just every day. Girl, y'all are stuck in 2014 and we have grown up. Like, even like Kenya talking about, oh, you selling cooch. Girl, we are in a recession. Who ain't selling it at this point? Like, who ain't selling it at this point? Like, girl, folks is selling feet pictures. Like, it's just not a read. It does not work. Like, it probably would have worked in 2014. It does not work now. Like, y'all need to grow up. Like, the folks who were watching y'all, we are like older now, and it's just like our politics have grown, and y'all are still talking like y'all on 2014. It is the end of these shows, to be honest. Like, the new culture is the shows that are on Zeus, like these shows that are being produced by smaller creators and stuff, because they have nothing to lose and they don't have a lot of stuff to worry about. They don't have to worry about, executives telling them no and all the other stuff. They do not have to be as careful as the networks do, but there's a reason why the networks are careful. Because Britt, the girl who Kenya Moore allegedly posted a picture of or whatever, has a lawyer. Like, she is coming full throttle. So Bravo is not interested in that. I've already said, and I said that in the Late Night Snack podcast, I said that it's only a matter of time before Zeus has a major like lawsuit. Like, they're going to get in a situation where it's like, y'all gonna have to pay up. Like, it's only a matter of time, considering all the things that are happening on that show, folks getting beat up and all the other stuff. Like, yes, they sign NDAs and all the other stuff, but they can still sue, because it's like, girl, y'all have to protect your audience. You have to protect your workers as best as possible. But there's not as much scrutiny with these shows that are on streaming networks, because they don't have shareholders telling them that this is not okay. It just is what it is. But Zeus and all their shows are being used as sounds and TikTok video memes, reaction videos, all online. It used to be Bravo stuff. It used to be Real Housewives of Atlanta. The stuff that the sounds and memes and stuff that's being used for Real Housewives of Atlanta are the sounds and stuff that came before Nene Leakes' wig was gentrified. Like, this was before gentrification. The Decatur quick weave has been gentrified. And you know, that era is gone. Like, there is no, the recent last 2-3 seasons have not had a significance culturally for us to continue to watch or even pay cable to have access to. It's just boring. I don't see what Bravo can do with Real Housewives of Atlanta to make it appeal to an audience that is already falling off. Like, I'm just not really sure. But maybe we'll see. I don't know. I asked you, is it a coincidence? We'll see. But Kenya Moore more than likely has been suspended indefinitely. They've, you know, I believe all of that. I do not think she's coming back. I think this is the end for her. And I think Kenya Moore might want to get on Traders or something. She might want to, you know, do some other stuff, because I think that this is dead and done. Like, there is no comeback. Watching the live stream that she did talking about this a little bit, the words and stuff that she used to describe her coming back and she's not going anywhere were very, you know, very calculated, very cryptic, because she cannot say for certain if she's coming back. So she has to appeal and have confidence that she is coming back. But I think Kenya Moore is nervous and she's shaking her boots because she did not expect this to happen, which is why she's online liking comments of folks making comparisons with other white folks who've been on Bravo's reality shows and doing stuff that was wrong and were not suspended or not fired. If Kenya Moore truly was coming back, she would not be doing that. She's going at the network and shading them online, and the network is seeing that. And I don't think it's going to help her coming back. I don't think she's coming back anyway. Tell me what y'all thought about the suspension of Kenya Moore, what you think about her coming back. Tell me what you feel about the new season of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 16 and the whole Simon and Portia situation. How do you feel? Are you interested or are you not? Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.